في القلب مشاعر أخفيها قد أشرقت الشمس عليها عن خطط لم أعبأ فيها.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khairul Nursyahrin bin Abdul Halil, student from Kolej Pengajian Islam Johor, semester 5, class 1 Syariah. Today, I want to let to share about who is Rasulullah best friend whom he loved the most. The answer is Abu Bakar, because he helped Rasulullah SAW a lot while pressing in Mecca and Medina. Let's go the story about Abu Bakar radhiyallahu anhu.
Abu Bakar As-Siddiq was born 2 years after the birth of Rasulullah SAW in the year 572 AD in the city of Mecca. He has an honest, polite, well-mannered, fair, service, and admirable personality. He is the descendant of Bani Tamim, which is the first of descendant of the Quraysh Arabs. Before his conversions, Abu Bakar was nicknamed Abdul Ka'bah, savior of the Ka'bah. But after embracing Islam, he was nicknamed Abdullah. The title Abu Bakar for Arabic meanings young scammer because he was very fond of defending scammers, but also misinterpreted because he embraced Islam immediately and earlier than others. Abu Bakar was also given the title As-Siddiq by Rasulullah SAW, which means away a lot because he strongly believed in all his words, and this especially in the events of Isra Mi'raj, which was not believed by anyone at that time.
Before embracing Islam, Abu Bakar had married Qutailah binti Abdul al-Uzza. From that marriage was born Abdullah and Asma. He also married Rumah binti Amir bin Uwaimi bin Zuhal bin Dahman from Kinana. From that marriage was born Abdul Rahman and Aisha. Later, he married Asma binti Umais and Muhammad bin Abu Bakar was born. He then married Habibah binti Khadijah and gave birth to Kulsum.
Abu Bakar was also a wealthy maker and trader who was respected by the local community. He was involved in the clothes business in addition to owning a large desk orchard, raising large camels, and various other business. Apart from that, he was also an educated and intelligent man among the Quraysh community. During the ignorance era, Abu Bakar was among the 70 people who was good at reading among the people at that time. He was also a judge and wished a high position, besides being alive and treated this wisely. Although rich and successful, he was very humble, generous, and helpful. Abu Bakar used his wealth a lot to free the slaves who were abused their masters for embracing Islam. Among those that he was received was Bilal bin Rabah. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals his word about the attitude of Bani Ashes to free Bilal. In this, these are of a very skin. So whoever give his wealth in the way of Allah and pious. Surah Al-Layl, verses 4 and 5. Abu Bakar As-Siddiq was also a very close friend of Rasulullah SAW and became the first man to embrace Islam. At the invitation of Rasulullah himself, he stated his conversion to Islam when he was 38 years old, and at that time Rasulullah was 40 years old. When the Prophet Muhammad SAW migrated from Mecca to Medina in the year 622 AH, Abu Bakar was the only companion who accompanied his journey. How affectionate Abu Bakar was to Rasulullah until he was treated like his own son. He was well and determined to protect the Prophet Muhammad SAW from any enemy threats, until they managed to escape from being captured by the infidels with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Apart from that, Abu Bakar As-Siddiq was also the first companion to receive the title of Amirul Hajj, which is in the 9th years of the Hijrah. His job is to lead the pilgrims go and return to perform the Hajj in Mecca. Not only a true friend, Abu Bakar was also the friend-in-law of the Prophet Muhammad SAW. namely through the marriage of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with Sayyidatina Aisha after the migration to Medina. Abu Bakar As-Siddiq also becomes the first caliph of the Muslims after the death of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, starting from the years 332 AD until 334 AD. When he was seriously ill, he orders Abu Bakar to lead the prayers of the Muslims. Hadith Aisyah radhiyallahu anhu said, the messenger of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to me when he was ill, "Call Abu Bakar and your brother for me. I want to write a letter because I am worried that those who oppose will say, I am the most self-serving person, while Allah and the believers do not really accept Abu Bakar." At first, the appointment got about with opposition from those who wanted Sayyidina Ali to be the caliph. The disputes ended after Sayyidina Ali bin Abu Talib himself supported Abu Bakar As-Siddiq, besides Umar Al-Khattab and other companions also supported him. During the government of Abu Bakar as the first caliph, he made many contributions and service in upholding and defending Islam. Conflict with the challenge of facing those who leave Islam and those who do not want to pay zakat, and the test of Muslims who at that time had just lost the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abu Bakar is dead on 23 Jamadil Akhir in the 30 years of Hijrah 334 AD in Medina, which still holding the position of caliph. There are two opinions about his death. Some say he was poisoned by the ambushed enemy. There are also views that say Abu Bakar died normally after 50 days of illness. Before he died, he had mentioned the name of Umar Al-Khattab as his successor. His body was buried next to of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam at the Mosque An-Nabawi in Medina. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.